Welcome back into Main Street Living. Quincy Cheryl, as one of the younger hosts on this show, so me and Cheryl, I feel like it's my job to keep Quincy up to date on the latest trends, on things that are hip, but there is a new trend lately that I don't completely understand, and that is called an NFT.
All right, well, an NFT is a non-fungible token. Does that explain it? No? Well, luckily, we have an expert here on NFTs to get us all up to speed. Welcome, Adam Hollander, to Main Street Living. Thank you for joining us and breaking everything down for us today.
Thanks for having me.
So for those of us not in the Cool Kids Club, please explain what exactly is an NFT? What does it mean?
So imagine that you walk into a museum and you see a beautiful piece of art that's up on the wall. Now, you could take a picture of it with your phone, or you could go to the gift shop and buy a print, but neither would be worth very much. The reason that the piece of art that's up on the wall is worth what it is because it's the original, and you can prove that it's the original. Now, when it comes to digital assets, whether that be a photo or an image or a music file or a video, it's traditionally been very difficult to discern the difference between an original authentic asset and a copy. Because when you right click, copy, paste a digital file, it is essentially exactly the same as the original. And when you start sending those around the internet, hundreds, thousands, millions of times, then you don't really know who's holding the original asset. That all changes with NFTs. With NFTs, you now have infallible proof of ownership that is tracked on the blockchain for virtually any type of digital asset. And that has a variety of implications when an artist or a company or anyone sells a NFT to someone else. They can forever know that they are holding the original authentic copy.
Wow. Well, Adam, I know that you live in the Austin, Texas area, and Austin is very popular. Everyone wants to go to Austin, right? But why have NFTs become so popular lately?
Well, so there's a variety of reasons. The number one, I would say, is that people are, at least currently, looking at them mostly as collectibles. And they're collectibles that unlock other benefits when you hold them. And so a variety of the collections that have become extremely popular, like Bored Ape Yacht Club as an example, the reason that people want to hold these NFTs is because when you do own one, it becomes your membership card into a very exclusive community. And so with Bored Ape Yacht Club as an example, you have folks like Jimmy Fallon and Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady and Steph Curry that are owners of these particular NFTs. And if you want to be able to talk and network with the other people that are part of that community, then you need to be one of the NFT holders. The other piece of it is that we're all moving as a world right now inevitably towards a digital metaverse, a place where you will be able to virtually interact and learn and play and conduct commerce and do a variety of other things in a digital landscape. And as we move towards that, people are starting to care just as much about the way that they represent themselves digitally as the way that they do in the physical world. And today that's taking the shape and form of, your profile picture on Twitter or Instagram, but eventually it'll become your avatar. And so NFTs are becoming very important building blocks in how people are choosing to portray themselves in a digital world.
Oh my gosh, a lot of this is it's just so new to me. And what gives an NFT its value? How do you put a value on that? Because some of them I hear are selling for millions of dollars. What?
Well, back to the comment that I just made. Imagine a few years from now that we have potentially billions of people that are interacting in a digital world, a digital metaverse, and everybody wants a way that they can show up their avatar and be able to show it off to others and digitally flex, so to speak, in the same way that people might buy a nice watch or a nice car out in the real world. Well, when there are that many people in a metaverse and there's a very limited supply of some of these very exclusive collections, then it really becomes supply and demand mechanics. There's only 10,000 Bored Apes. There will only ever be 10,000 Bored Apes. And so that's at least what's currently driving a lot of the speculative value of taking some of these NFTs into, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. But what's also happening right now is that people that are creating these NFT projects are starting to get very innovative and very creative. And it's really creating an environment where people are expecting now a lot more than just the asset. And so when you buy an NFT now, it's not really just about the digital picture that you might be owning on the blockchain. It's really about what that represents, not just in terms of membership to the community, but what other digital and physical benefits might you derive from actually being one of those holders. And so I, for example, just created a project called Hungry Wolves, which sold out about a week ago, 6,000 randomly generated 3D wolves that are now sitting on the blockchain. But when you own a Hungry Wolf NFT, it's far more than just the image. It's your game piece in a digital ecosystem where you can hunt and eat sheep. You can join wolf packs with other players. You can earn what we call dominance that allows you to upgrade the visual traits of your NFT. You can challenge other players in PvP style battles for seeing who actually can steal metadata ranks of alpha or beta. And so people that want to participate in that ecosystem have to be a holder of the underlying NFT.
Wow. Okay, so a lot of things moving here, and we're running short on time. But I have to ask you. You mentioned about the Bored Ape Yacht Club. What is that, and why did you buy into that club? I know that you're a member.
Yeah, so Bored Ape Yacht Club was one of the first what are called generative collections or generative NFT projects. That means that it's a singular image that has millions of potential combinations of traits. And so each cartoon ape in the Bored Ape Yacht Club might have different shirts or hats or facial expressions or fur color or backgrounds or a variety of others, and some are more rare than others. And so they created 10,000 of these. When you bought one initially or minted it, you got a random Bored Ape that was delivered into your wallet. And it was kind of like scratching a lottery ticket for a unique collectible. And what's then happened with that club is, as I've mentioned, it's become extremely popular with celebrities and a variety of other people all around the world. And in part because of the value that the club continues to deliver for its holders. And so, for example, Bored Ape Yacht Club just held Ape Fest in New York City a few weeks ago, where the Strokes headlined and Chris Rock emceed. And the only way to get into that club was to hold one of the NFTs. They had a huge yacht party, and the only way to get on the yacht was to hold one of the NFTs.
Okay, this is very cool. It sounds like we have a lot to learn, Q. Real quick, before we go, where can our viewers go to learn more?
You can follow me on Twitter at Hollander Adam. That's pretty much all I talk about are NFTs. And so happy to share what I learn and answer questions from anyone that's new to this. And of course, you can find my own project, Hungry Wolves, at hungrywolvesnft.com.
All right. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Wow, Cheryl, very, very interesting segment. But you know what would be more interesting is what's coming up next after the break. Because I heard you're finally getting rid of your car.
Right? No, I'm not.
Come on, it's 2022, Cheryl.
Nope, stay tuned.